Hello everybody, welcome back to the garage. Today we got a few cars lined up. We got one in here on the hoist and we got another three outside to get done today. So let's take a look at our first one here. We got a 1999 Hinata Moon, and they say the car is hard to control. Find and fix any running gear problems. So we got some sway bar, rear end links, and an outer tie rod. And then a shock absorber, a rubber bushing, and a wheel hub bearing. So let's highlight these two, but the rest we should be able to find. We don't need anything under the hood. So let's get this guy up in the air. Alright, so the rubber bushing, and that is back there. Let's figure out which side our tie rod is on. That is going to be the driver's side. Let's yank the driver's side tire off. Okay. Okay, and I gotta pull the tire off to get the rear sway bar links off. Which, as I've mentioned before, I think is kind of stupid. Because you can remove them with them in. So we need this shock, because that is pretty well shot. Okay, and our bushing is right here in the upper arm, so we gotta take that off. And we'll get this tire off. There is our hub bearing. Perfect. Alright, let's go to our inventory. So we need two of these. That guy. That. And that. And to the store we go. So we get our end links for the rear, our hub bearing, our new bushing, tie rod, and a shock. And we'll begin assembly. Perfect. I'll get this tire on. Let's just double check this here. Make sure they're all the same. 205, 55s. Perfect. Okay, that side is done. Throw this shock in. And our end link. We can throw a tire on. And we need our tie rod. And I think that should be everything. Perfect. So we'll get this tire back on, get the car dropped, and we'll move on to the next one. So we'll get $291 out of that car. That sucks. I don't want to add it to my list. There we go. Alright. Let's see what we got outside here. So let's get this guy in next. Pop the hood, see what's going on. So we got an 04 Chrysler 300. General running gear, control, and repair. So rear axle knuckle housing, a rubber bushing, and a small rubber bushing. So we'll just highlight that guy. I'm going to guess that it's probably all in the back, but we'll see. Yes, and it is all actually on the same side even, so that is even better. So we got everything stripped off of here. Take everything apart on this car just to get this rear hub off. And it looks like our small bushing is right there. I'm thinking, yes, so it's here in the arm, so that kind of works out. Wow, really gotta just demolish this to get it out. Okay, that is everything finally. Alright, so we need knuckle housing, small bushing, and rubber bushing. Goodness, all that work just for these 3 parts. Alright, so let's make sure our new bushings go where they are supposed to before we start assembling other things. Perfect. Okay, get our rear shock. There's our in link. We'll get this bushing back in. Get our arm. Put this spring all back together. Oof, those are pretty wore out bushings as well. get this tire on and we'll be good to go on this car. We'll just double check. Everything is good. Sweet, let's get it dropped. Let's clear out our inventory. Perfect. And we'll kick that out the door for $229. That's pathetic. Alright, let's see what we got going on this one. A 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner. It has 409,883 kilometers. Wow. So it needs an air filter, fuel filter, oil filter, and it wants the oil changed. So let's grab the fuel filter. Oof. That air filter is shot. We'll get it up in the air and get it drained. Perfect. Get our new filter on. And then we'll drop this all the way down. We'll get her filled up with oil and our new filters on. Oh, look at that difference. This car should run way better now. Good, I can't see anything. Well, we'll just have to kind of guess. Should be good. Alright, just take a peek. So a quick $125. Not much, but it'll work. Okay. Now for our big project. We got another 99 Hinata. Hello, I saw that you've got quite good reviews and I thought that you'll surely handle my problem. I've been to a few experts already. The things that each expert said and did didn't match up at all. Of course, the problem is still there. It boils down to this constant banging. It's unbearable. Gearbox isn't working properly after the last, quote, repair. After a week, changing gear became a nightmare. Please check it and try to fix any problems. I'm counting on your honesty. It's the last chance for my car. If this doesn't do the trick, I'll have no other option but to get rid of it. Anyway, let me know what happens. Okay? And they would like an oil change. Oh boy, and we have a list. Crank shaft bearing caps. Wow. Pistons, rot, holy smokes. Well, this one is going to be a doozy. So let's pull our coils off. Got our timing cover. Okay, so once that chain replaced, and we just leveled up. There's our cam gear that needs to be replaced. And it's looking like it's the same two spark plugs. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. We'll get this old beat up camshaft out of here. Actually, we gotta take it further down anyways because they want new pistons, rods, caps. Man, there's a lot to this motor to get it all pulled apart. Goodness. We have an idler pulley. There we go. Now, no. What else? Oh. We still have two spark plugs in here. There we go. Now it's off. Okay. Alright, now we gotta get her up in the air. Alright, so we got a lot going on under here. So it looks like all of the rubber bushings in our subframe are shot. I'm gonna get this tire off so we can get in here. So, get this drive axle out of here as well. And there's our bearing. And now we repeat on this side pretty much everything that we just did. I don't know why I just removed the brakes. I'm not thinking of it. We're not doing brakes. Oh well, we can get them put back on. There's that guy. Okay, so what needs to be removed? Okay, so we gotta yank the tires. Forgetting that we have some bushings on this side. So that one, this one up here, and the one on the other side from it. Okay. Getting myself lost here in all of this stuff. Okay. So we're going to go through the parts that we have now and just get... Oops. We got to buy the parts first. That might help. Okay. So we need 9 rubber bushings. Rear sway bar. Front drive shaft. Front sway bar. 2 hub bearings. A camshaft. Oops. Spark plugs are not going to be in this category. Same with our ignition coil. let's just buy all 4. Screw it. Those we're going to only buy the 2 of. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the suspension all back together. And then we'll get the oil drained. Pull the oil filter off. And then we got to pull the oil pan so that we can get in and start pulling the crankshaft. Oh, we're going to be one short because I forgot to pull one. Which is no big deal. We'll just jump back into the shop. Bushing. And we'll buy one. Okay, let's get over here to this side. And we'll get all this put back together. Just to try and get everything done. Okay, let's go through anything that we have done. We're gonna unmark so we can make sure that we have everything done in the back here. And we do. So let's get this put back together. We need our drive shaft in so we can put our axle in. This guy in. Okay. We can get our sway bar link on. Oh, I did not buy enough hub bearings apparently. Thought I did, but I guess not. There we go. Alright, now get all that stuff off. Oh, shoot. And we need to go back up to the top of the car because we need to have the starter off. And can't do that from down here. So, back down we go. get this starter yanked out. Then we'll go back up. Because we have to pull the transmission. Let's get that drained. Rod caps off, and the crank caps, or rod bearings and crank bearings. Well, I guess crank bearing or main bearing. I've heard them called both. Okay, so now we'll be good to do that, and we gotta pull these tires back off. Whoops. That's alright though, at least it's just the tire. You don't have to like disassemble everything, which would suck. There we go. That clutch plate is shot. So is that flywheel. Alright. So let's get these two parts here. Let's add a little of those parts so we can just buy them right away. Whoops. Alright, let's get the new flywheel in. And all the clutch parts. Now we can throw this transmission back in. Get the tires all bolted back up. Okay, oh, and we can put our oil filter back in. Alright, let's put that away. Then we'll bring the car down so we can get our pistons and rings out. find out what the condition of that last one is. 72. Yeah, we'll just do the 3 then. Again, we need to buy them before we can put them in. Goodness. Alright, we'll just reassemble this top end here. Oh, there's so many pieces. It's insane. Be nice if you could just, you know, select all. Select all of the cam bearings at one time, and then just sit there and go through and tighten all of them instead of one at a time. Okay, so this needs to be a new one, and this needs to be a new one. Let's get these fuel injectors in so I don't forget them. Otherwise, I have a feeling that I would. Alright. We're almost back together. Getting close. There's our starter. Let's get our exhaust and turbo back on here. Finally, just a couple more pieces in the engine bay. Then, of course, whenever we're done, we'll have to set the car back down and jump back in the engine bay briefly to what am I I thinking of here? Fill oil. There we go. I don't know why I could not think of what I was referring to. Alright, let's get these all snugged up. Finally, the last one. Goodness. Perfect. Everything should be done in this list, and it is. Perfect. All we gotta do is get it down, get it full of oil. Then we can lock up and go home for the day. Let's get her topped off. Perfect. Close her up. Kick her out the door. $4,631. Did we forget anything? No, we did not. Perfect. Alright, let's get rid of all these parts and open up our case. See if we can get some XP. Oh. Bonus barn location and another case. There's the XP bonus. Sweet. So we have advanced 2 levels now, so let's go ahead. Let's do our screwing speed and our examining speed. Oh, and we can do one more, so let's go ahead do our runner. Now we got our whole first row done. Now we're on to the second. Now they cost 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it takes a lot more to get anything as you progress, but alrighty folks, we're gonna lock up, head home for the day, and come back for another day. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you see. And as always, folks, we'll catch you on the next video.